Hey everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to run here the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. We are still 2 away from the eye tracker video. Let's make it happen this week. I'd love to do it hopefully today and on Wednesday, so we can possibly do it for Sunday. The original plan was to do it for Wacky Wednesday, but if well, hopefully we make it. Let's I'm crossing my fingers. I think we can, because I know a lot of people do want to see an updated eye tracker video, and I do as well. So here's your meme of the day, brought to you by, once again, Prestigious Turn 268 on the Sinvicta subreddit. Title thread was when the void wouldn't start without making Sinvicta watch a crude slideshow of bosses. Before you play, you must see the things I have done. Me in delirium at the Grand Canyon. Do you see? This is me at Mount Rushmore with a block. Do you see? Do you see? Ah! My classic South Park episode where Eric turns into a, well, he thinks he turns into a crime-solving psychic when, of course, he wasn't. Oh my God, what are these stats, man? 6-8 Lima November, Romeo Mike, Charlie Quebec. Got Fate's Reward, Eden's Soul, and no good stat at all, except, I guess, our shot speed. Yikes. Okay. All right. September. You know, we had sort of, you went through your Trickster arc, your Loki arc or whatever. Then we got into our Thor arc, where we had a couple of good, powerful runs in the same week. But now we're starting to run into where it's the cooldown. It's the cool off period of the hero arc now, where the hero has the anime hero's used all of his powers and is now spent. So that's what it feels like right now. Because man. 1.89 tiers combined with 0.89 movement speed and 2.74 damage. None of that is good. And we're going to have to be on point with this. We also need to just hope and pray that our Eden Soul bails us out inside of the secret room or the devil deal. Now, I guess the one shining feature of all of this is the fact, and the saving grace is the fact that we have Fate's Reward. Yes, I cannot believe that spider took so many extra steps there. Because if we didn't have Fate's Reward, we would have our tiers, our DPS would be even worse than it already is, and it's already pretty terrible. So as you can see here, this room's going to take probably 2 minutes to get out of. I'm guessing maybe longer. So yeah. Sit back and grab a cold one, Mosh Pit, because we're gonna be here a while. It's already feeling like one of those runs. And yeah. Anyway, I'm recording this actually on Monday morning, so I've caught up totally in the queue now. So this video comes out tomorrow. I did not record on Sunday. I did something. I pulled something in my left hamstring or somewhere on my left leg. It's been giving me problems all day today and yesterday as well, which is bad timing because I also have my first round of physical evaluation for eventual PT physical therapy for my back, because unfortunately the MRI that I took revealed nothing, which was one of the most frustrating things ever, was spending all that money, taking all that time, doing the MRI and the tests and everything, only to be told that they can't pinpoint the location or the reason behind the back pain I experienced. So yeah, then it was determined maybe it's probably muscular, so now they're going to try PT, but I've got to go for my evaluation, and I don't know what they're going to make me do. I'm hoping it's not a lot of strenuous work, because I just don't want to be super sore or anything tomorrow. Obviously, we got the podcast to do. We got the Monday Night Football game tonight, where I've got to do the quick snap and everything. So it wouldn't be great, but I guess that, I mean, I'm still, of course, extremely fortunate and thankful that I have a job that I can just sit down and rest my body while still working. But therein lies the problem, because this was a problem that was created because of this job. So, you know, we talk about YouTubers making sacrifices, and I've definitely put in my fair share. sacrifice not just your social life for most of the year, but also your physical health takes a pretty big toll when you do as much as I do. And yeah, after a while, it gets. I mean, I've been doing this for 15 dang years now, you know. So it's definitely it is well within the realm of reason. That some of the issues, like my back included, would be born from just being too sedentary. You know, not really working out anymore. Not really. Yeah, just not taking care of myself like I should. So, but I'm hoping this is gonna be the magic, the spark that gets me back, because man, it sucks. Like I would go for a walk, go for a jog, and be really motivated, and then I'll start, you know, maybe after 20 minutes of walking or so, or hell, even like 10 minutes of running. I mean, we have it would be 2 or 3 of Hive Mind here if we end up going. And there's no reason not to take Big Fan, but 2 or 3 of Hive Mind if we end up going for, or 2 or 3 of Beelzebub if we end up going for Hive Mind is what I meant to say. And we are going to have to do a full clear here because I have no clue where the secret room is. And, yikes, this is a 5-minute and 7-second floor 1, and we haven't even started on the boss yet. But anyway, so I would be super motivated, ready to go for a jog, ready to walk and all this kind of stuff, and then I would just be in excruciating pain in my lower back from just doing anything physical, and it's frustrating. It feels like something's just not working right. So I'm excited to not having to need help. Of course, I'm not excited about that, but I am excited about the outlook of getting help to help repair my back and get back in shape. And the people that the people that I'm going to, they seem very cool. I haven't actually done the physical evaluation yet, so hopefully this is true. Me speaking in the past tense before I go do it, but the people that I've talked to at the facility are really nice. They seem genuinely like they want to help. And they could, of course, just be trying to make a buck too. I mean, who knows? You never know anybody's true intention these days. But they're in the medical practice, and you know, it's a new and it's a clean facility, and comes highly recommended. So I'm looking forward to getting started, and maybe that'd be something that I can catalog if I can get everything kind of fixed and then start working out again in earnest. I mean, that'd be one of those lifestyle vlogs that I'd have to probably create a new YouTube channel for, to be honest. Lord knows that YouTube does not like you deviating from your own content. And good Lord, man, 7 minutes and we are still on famine. We could be looking at an all-timer right here for one of the worst starts ever. I think the only way that this start could get worse is if we had terrible shot speed and also 1 HP. I don't think it gets too much more worse than that. So, and we'll probably end up having to use Eden's Soul inside the Devil Deal, because I think that shooting for the moon in the secret room is just not viable at this point. We're not gonna be able to get Hive Mind either. Yeah, this is rough. We could pay for our full charge here with Eden's Soul, but there's no reason for that because we haven't even started this floor yet, so we're going to use it. I think it's pretty much guaranteed we're going to use this in the Devil Deal. We don't have enough HP to really pay for multiple Devil Deal items, and we need to get powerful. It's not a want, it's a need. We need to get stronger ASAP. Otherwise, we're going to find ourselves in a very, very bad situation. Even going towards the mid-game, we're going to be hurting. So, yeah, it's all hands on deck once again. And unlike, what was it? It was Saturday's video? We had it was today's video. Monday. Yesterday's video for you all. Yeah, unlike yesterday where we had an ill-advised reroll, you bet your bottom dollar your boy would reroll this run. Now, the wafer is interesting here because it halves all damage. So if we end up finding another sack room like we have on the first floor, then good things may happen here. We could very well... Brother. Big fan, do you just not do damage anymore? Is there something I missed in the meeting? Because pretty sure you're supposed to deal damage. Having the guaranteed damage reduction is huge. This is not a fight that I want, especially without having a bomb. Pretty much always guaranteed to take damage against Baby Plum. You get BBF or BFF so we can deal a little bit more damage with our orbitals and our familiars if we do get any. I wouldn't mind getting a few followers at this point because our damage cannot get any worse, essentially. We actually got a clean kill on Baby Plum. That is not what we were looking for here. Yeah. I mean, we just have to rip it. We get 9 lives and Succubus. So I think what we do is we take both, because BFF is great too for a rotten baby. Take 9 lives, preserve the HP, and Succubus. And we might as well. And it lowered our damage even more. It didn't give us a tears rate upgrade. It lowered our shot speed and gave us a range upgrade. And that precisely is why you never take experimental treatment. Remember when I was saying it couldn't possibly get any worse? It did. It's got significantly worse. This is extremely bad. Even with 9 lives, that does not guarantee us anything at this point. And smelling a new worst run of year so far, because this is real bad. I mean, yesterday's run starting out was bad, then it got okay, kind of good, but then we obviously went to that 6 room, and that was a horrific idea. This is getting to that point. Now, what I will say is that BFF and Rotten Baby are going to do a little bit of work for us, and that has to be our main source of damage, that and Succubus, because our tier damage is non-existent. We have all the downsides of soy milk and none of the upside. So this is going to be one of those runs that we're just going to have to, if we're going to win this, we have to string together some exceedingly big time plays to make this one happen. And yeah, experimental treatment, I mean, the only situation that you would ever want to consider taking it under any circumstance would be first spun, and that's it. If you got a bad start, remember it can always get worse whenever Isaac RNG is involved, and this is a prime example of that. Yes, we did get an extra HP upgrade, but at the cost of something that is not the equivalent of an HP upgrade. We do have money equals power, which is going to help out our damage a little bit, but that's not enough right now, because we're going to need the money for the shop. Need something more permanent, something a little bit more etched to the upper echelon of boss items here. And we get an HP up. I'm glad that we did get BFF, as it does also help out Succubus. But Rotten Baby, you sure you didn't want a third one there, game? Rotten Baby is our bread and butter for this. We have to really lean on him. And it's really unfortunate that we weren't able to get Hive Mind, because that would have been so much better damage. Okay, so we have a situation here where we can play the Sack Altar. We can do the Sack Room Shuffle. We need some hearts, though, on the ground. This is a double tinted rock right here. Very, very faint. Double tinted rock, and it gives us a whole bunch of soul hearts. Now, I would use the soul hearts normally for Sack Room Shuffle, but in this case, I'd rather wait to use all the red hearts if we get one. Jello BFF, good. I don't know what's in our shop. We don't need to go anywhere other than our shop. I'm not exploring a curse. Here might be south of there. Hope it's not. There's one red heart. We might have to take the Bible over Jello. And the only reason why I would even consider doing that is because we need to have advantages in the boss fights, particularly speaking against Mom. I think that insta-kill would be nice. So we're going to play this down to a half heart. This is where the wafer really comes in as clutch. Go back. We can buy another. We can buy that red heart, which is going to give us 2 more taps. If I absolutely have to, I will use a couple of the soul hearts, but we need to leave here with 1 soul heart at least to reserve our devil deal. And it is here over 15 and a half minutes, and we are still on Caves 1, man. Well, at least the Buccaneers won. The Bucks have won. The Ravens and Lions play tonight, which should be hopefully an exciting game. The fortune card. I have to use 1 soul heart to tap for the rest, and we get the soul hearts back. But I honestly almost would have preferred money, because at least then we would have had some damage. Yeah, Buccaneers tried to give it away against the Jets of all people. Of all teams, I mean. And with all due respect to Jets fans, our team is just better than how they played. And the Jets, either the Jets nor the Bucks really deserved to win, but that was a very, very ugly win. Okay. Ended up not going for the Bible. Don't know if that will come back to haunt me, but we'll find out, I'm sure. Double card's not going to do anything. Might as well go in the curse room. Their second Guppy item. Even with Guppy, and I'm not saying that Guppy is bad here. Obviously, Guppy's never bad. But it's not going to make that much of a insta win. We can start monologuing about whatever in this video. It's going to still be a struggle bus. Game obviously heard me when I said that I wouldn't mind getting a couple familiars, but now it's just gone overboard. As you would expect. So familiar fans rejoice. If you ever wanted to have your moment, your swan song, then here it is. This is your time. But yeah, the Buccaneers, it's so great because I was taking a nap because I was very tired and decided to set my alarm so I could watch the fourth quarter. Because I really don't care what happens in the first three quarters, you know. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but I only really care depending on who the opponent is. And it's the Jets. So I was like, I'll take a nap, watch the fourth quarter. The Buccaneers were up 17 points with 13 minutes and 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's when I started watching. And then the Jets immediately scored a touchdown. And then we had a turnover, and then the Jets scored again. And then there was the blocked field goal, which should have pretty much iced it, which the Jets also took back for a touchdown and then took the lead. Needless to say, I was not very happy, and just proved that it could not have been a more perfect timing than me just tuning in and be like, all right, here we go. It's like buying a stock, right? It's like buying a stock that's been performing pretty well, and you're like, oh yeah, we're on the upswing, we can make a good quick scalp here on some profit, and then it immediately starts tanking as soon as you go in. That's the type of Sinvicta luck I have IRL. If you wanted to know the equivalent there. The Mega Fatty. Glad that we have at least a little bit of extra damage here with Jello. I don't know how that one hit us of all the ones. I thought we were further away than that. We get marbles, which is not going to help us very much. Yes, take the number magnet. Or no, we might be able to go store credit. It might be smarter so we save some money for damage. And I guess we take Void. Take Void, we pick up Demon Baby, and Void it. Got a Tears upgrade and a range upgrade. It represents our first stat upgrade that we've gotten on this run so far, pretty much. And could go play the Demon Judgment, but not going to. Okay. Making it. Got 2 or 3 Guppy. Got Void. So Void, if you didn't know, Void is an active item that will consume any item that's in the room. Now, if it's a passive item, like Money Equals Power, for example, it will give you a stat boost. 2 random stats. And yes, it can break the Tears cap. Not that you asked, of course. If it's an active item, like Magic Skin, for example, then you won't get any stats. However, the next time you use Void and all subsequent following uses of Void will give you the Magic Skin effect. So right now, if we use Void, we will have Jello. Jello will appear and attack like normal. Now, Void is top tier, especially on a run like this where we really have nothing to lose at this point. And any mid item at all, we are going to Void immediately. Unless, of course, it is a active item we don't want to use, which Potato Peeler. You might be looking at that and hearing that saying, well, how come you wouldn't want to get a level 2 Meat Boy? It would be more damage, more permanent damage. It would do more damage here with DFF. But the thing is that I still want to have cheap devil deals. Now, if we end up not getting a devil deal on this run, got range and luck, I think. If we end up not getting a devil deal on this floor, then I would go back and get Potato Peeler. But I just want to see if we can sneak one here beforehand. and try to give ourselves a little bit of a cheaper deal. And the reason why I say cheaper, I always bring this up, but the reason why I say cheaper devil deal is because a 1 red heart devil deal, if that was converted to soul hearts, would always be 3 soul hearts. So instead of 1 heart, you're spending only, instead of 3, you're spending 1. If you keep your HP as red hearts. But of course we didn't get that. I probably should have avoided Lucky, but we have to go for Guppy. This will give us a void full charge as well. Wow, fast bomb, dude. The potato peeler will at least, I'm not going to avoid it obviously, but it will at least give us a permanent damage upgrade plus a level 2 meat boy, which, I mean, he can also help us out. Good judgment here might be good for void target. Let's use potato peeler right now. A 0.2 damage upgrade. A level 2 meat boy, so it's something. Trying to find a free room that I can use. Judgment, of course, even judgment. I probably should have waited in hindsight, since we have nothing else to. There's no reason to use a judgment card. We have nothing else in our consumable slot, so there's no problem with me just simply waiting to see if we had gotten a demon judgment on this floor, then we could use the polarized invincibility to get out after the mom fight, assuming we don't die beforehand, and utilize the. We would only lose minimal HP per card, justice card. So the reverse justice card could be interesting in the secret room. There's our full card there. We get a much needed tears upgrade, but we have so far to go, dude. So far to go. Now we have a goal. We have a bone heart here, which is going to be nice. With the wafer in the late game, we don't have to worry about taking full hearts of damage. Secret room might be there, but I'd be surprised. It's a little bit too early in the level for us to find one. Okay, we found our item room. I'm honestly hoping it's just a crap active or passive item that we can void. And of course, it's an active item. I willed it into existence. Hello. The hermit card. Might as well take mom's purse. This is lowering our damage by quite a lot, however. But you know, this is one of those scrappy runs where we just have to deal with what we got, work with what we got, and so far I've been able to do that. A colorful cast of characters. I don't know where our secret room is. He's south of there. It's the only room that. Oh, it can't be there because there's a block there. Okay, well, let's go get our. Gonna get our reverse judgment card here just so we have it. Judgment card's not gonna do anything. I don't care about the fool card. We already have one, and we can serve a bomb. The problem now is Yabes. We don't have enough Yabes. I think, honestly, the biggest item that we've gotten besides Void so far is going to be the Wafer. Yeah, we have 8 bombs. I have no clue where the secret room is. I mean, it could be anywhere. It could be north of there. Definitely could be here. This is possibly a lot of damage we can get in here. And we get damage thanks to the stapler. Absolutely worth it for us to bomb for these 12 cents on the ground here. Again, we're trying to find ways to boost our damage. That is it. Right now our damage is getting better, but it's not even respectable. Wish I could say it was. Gonna bomb the charge beggar. Could argue maybe it's worth it to get an extra charge first before doing that, so we have Void ready to go, but we have nothing else to Void on this floor. I don't think it's necessary. We have our Emperor card. The Emperor card is also going to be our ace in the hole here. All right, 85% deal with the devil. We 2 or 3 of Guppy. The Curse of the Twos is certainly something that is well within play right now. I'm honestly expecting to just miss the devil deal. Not being a pessimist, that's just honestly just how Invicta luck works. And we get Guppy as well as Sack Altar as well. We are now the Gupster. Bet your bottom dollar I'm going to sack these fools. Get Gimpy and the Mark. So now all of a sudden we have life. We just got Guppy. There's no reason for us to go to the dark chest. Yes, we could use damage, but Curse the Lost. But Guppy helps out. Not going to be the end-all be-all, but it definitely helps. We still need to get a more significant tiers upgrade. We still need to get more damage before this run can really, truly take off. It's just one big dead end. It sure is. All right. Dead end number 1. There's a giant room here, but it's not a dead end. The Guppy transformation will turn us into Guppy, the cat, and we will gain flying. The 3rd big room in a row, by the way. And it's a dead end. Okay. So Guppy is a cat, and it has a built-in mulligan effect. So all of our tiers have a chance of spawning attack flies or blue flies. Deal 100% of Isaac's damage or 110%, something like that. So it's very good, obviously. Getting a free buff like that. But the flying is probably almost, I would say, even more appealing than the mulligan. Game was not happy that I was able to get polar invincibility out of that. Screw you, game, because I just found the secret room. Unequal's power is still adding to our damage. We found yet another dead end. How does he do it? Etc., etc. Did lose Rotten Baby to Sack Altar. We also lost our meat boy. Dude, she's not gonna date you. Thank you. Enough damage to get a jump on the smaller enemies. All we're asking here for is just a Tears upgrade. Give me a Tears upgrade, Loki. Got a damage upgrade. Joker card. It was Guppy's Hairball, which we don't actually want. I'd rather have the 3 Soul Hearts, because remember, 3 Soul Hearts is 6 hits, thanks to the wafer. So, yeah, Guppy's Hairball is wholly unnecessary. And another Curse of the Lost. To an immediate dead end. How does he do it? How does he do it? And another dead end. All right. Maybe we can find a third dead end. Yep, sure as hell can. It's you just can't script it, man. Like, you just cannot script it any more predictably and more consistently. If there's a dead end on a map, I'm going to find it. It is unreal. It truly is unreal. It will go down as the most useless superpower in history. Being able to find every dead end in the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Now almost maxed out our damage bonus anyway from unequals power, which is great for Guppy. And if we end up getting a Tears upgrade, which at this point doesn't really look like we're going to, but if somehow we do, by some miracle, then our DPS is actually going to turn into something that looks kind of respectable. As a Child's Drawing, which is a trinket that gives a Guppy, basically it qualifies as a Guppy transformation. So we would have gotten Guppy like twice over. We had Guppy's Hairball, and then we just found Child's Drawing. And another dead end, all right. And how does he in another one? Stupendous. Splendiferous. Oh yeah, we're using Black Candle after this map just to show you the skill, the superpower, as it is a marvel of human achievement. It really truly is. And another dead end, like I was saying. Right. Well, we've gone there. Let's go over here, shall we? Maybe this is the right way to go. Follow me, everybody. Literally can only be the right way because we've gone every other way. How does he do it? Putting down the next t-shirt. 4 blue Gerties. And just for S's and G's, I'm gonna give myself Black Candle just to show you all. Blade Candle? Blake Candle? Yeah. Really amazing, isn't it? Then I'm just going to bomb myself to get rid of that extra soul heart we just got. I have to bomb myself twice. I'm not going to pick up that soul heart, as it was gotten. It would have been achieved by ill-gotten gains right there. How many rooms is that? I have to count this. I must count. I can't count right now because I'm fighting, but. No deal. Let's see. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 2, 4, 6, 27 rooms by my count. Amazing. We didn't get a double deal, but we did get Guppy, obviously. Hoping we're going to get maybe something bad that we could avoided in there, but I don't mind Ice Cube. Ice Cube's way better than Cube Baby, as you just see this right there. That was some great expressions, by the way. You don't know what just happened there. That was Ice Cube freezing everything as soon as you enter into a room. It doesn't guarantee a freeze on everything. It was just that one instant where all three of them happened to proc the Ice Cube freeze. And we could void Mr. Boom, but I don't like doing that because I always forget that I voided Mr. Boom and then just drop a Mega Troll Bomb right next to me. Oh, Penny, I mean, we could take it, but... Wow, and we go straight to Isaac. Kind of plays Gimpy. Actually, Isaac made us gain a half heart there. Wafer. There we go. Look at that. And we are somehow, some way going to take this one, but it was a very long and windy road, I gotta say. The shadows. Yep. But everything. No reason not to. We'll take the Emperor card and call it there. I think going Delirium or anything extra in this run would have not been advised. Despite us being Guppy, I mean, where our stats ended is a miracle, considering where they were to start with. And it just further reaffirms my decision to never take experimental treatment ever. No matter how bad your stats are, it can always get worse with experimental treatment. And we're fortunate that we ended up pulling through on this one, and getting that Guppy item, getting a couple of good items there, Gimpy and Mark from the sack room, the sack altar as well was huge. So, and of course Void helped out a little bit, even though we didn't get any tiers upgrades. So, I'll take it. I will take it. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thank you again for all the support, and thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing on this video. And, of course, if you're new here, please feel free to consider subscribing and join the Mosh Pit. You can also check out my Patreon, all that kind of good stuff. Join the Discord. Don't forget about our live stream happening tonight. It's going to be week 21 in a row of streaming live on YouTube every single Tuesday. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great start to your Tuesdays. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to pages of mine like Flame God 310, Troy Mason, and R5. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.